Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be setting up a small experiment to try and ascertain what the best substrate for germinating cactus seeds is. It's not a very big experiment, but it's something that's fairly practical for me to do. So in these back two pots here I have some Floraguard Special potting medium, which is a general purpose substrate that contains various nutrients for the plants. I don't even know what it's made of, but it's a commercial mix. And in these two I've got something I've mixed up myself, which contains approximately 50% coconut fibre, 25% sand and 25% perlite. The thing about this mixture is that it should have virtually no nutrient content at all. Now, cactus seeds in their very early stages don't need a lot of nutrient, so I'm hoping that they're going to be okay with that. One of the problems with a high nutrient mix is that when they're underneath grow lights you tend to get things like moss growing on the surface, which can be a problem. So the idea is I'm going to put three types of seeds. I have some Echinocactus Grusonii, I have some Astrophytum Capricorne, and I have some Gymnocalycium Damsii. Hopefully you can see that. So, for each of these three seeds, I'm going to put half of them in one substrate and half of them in the other substrate. And in order to make sure that I have equal growing conditions, they will go into the same sealed freezer bag, which will then be placed on my heating mat and underneath my homemade grow lights. So the conditions within each bag will be identical. What should be the only thing that's different is the substrate that the seeds are growing under. So today it's the 20th of March 2024. Spring is nearly upon us, things are getting warm, so I'm trying to get as many of my seeds as possible started off so that they can be growing in the warmth of spring. The intention with these will be to leave them for possibly 3 or 4 months without opening the bag to grow and to see what happens, and I will do an investigation to see which seed has grown better, if there's any significant difference, or if they're equal. So without any further ado, these have been placed in some water to soak. They probably need a little bit more. What I have been doing is using some hydrogen peroxide. I think this one is 5.5%. I've been sprinkling it liberally on the surface to hopefully kill off any mould and things like that. Many people recommend using a microwave. I don't have a microwave, so I don't have that option available. So the idea is I'm going to put some of this on, and I'm going to leave it for maybe sort of 10 minutes so that it can do its thing. Just like that. And then I'll place the seeds on top. Give them a spray and then put them in the bags. So here we go, I've transferred these pots into a separate tray here to allow any excess water to drain away. And I'm just going to show you the sowing of the first seeds. So these are fairly large. These are the Astrophytum Capricorne seeds. The packet says 20. I've actually counted 23 seeds. So I will be placing 11 in one pot and 12 in the other. So let's just sow these, trying to spread them out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let me just fast forward a minute. And that's 12 in the other pot. So to complete the task of these seeds, I give them a bit of a spray to make sure the seeds themselves are moistened. Same with this lot. There we go. And now I've labelled the bag. In this case, very simple label, just says AC for Astrophytum Capricorne. I will know what that means because I don't have anything else with those initials at the moment. So I'm going to place these two next to each other in the bag. I know from experience these bags can hold 2 of these pots. A little bit of a squeeze, but it's okay. There we go. I'll squeeze most of the air out, not all of it. I want it to be able to fit on the tray, on the seed tray. A little bit tight. There we go. And that's that. So these will now go on my heating mat, where they'll be observed maybe every 3 or 4 days to see what signs of growth there are, and to see what happens. So now I'm doing the same with the Gymnocalycium Damsii seeds. And these are absolutely tiny in here. It's going to be very difficult to individually place them. I don't know if you can see down there, absolutely tiny little things. So I will do it off camera again and try and split them roughly half and half between the 2 pots. So I counted 10 into the professionally bought growing medium and 11 into this one, so that's 21 in total. Very difficult to count. I may have lost 1 or 2 because they just fall off the finger, so give them a bit of a squirt to moisten them. And again I have, in this case, GD on the bag, which should enable me to identify which ones they are. In there. And like so, squeeze out most of the air, and seal it up. Like so. So here we have the Echinocactus Grusonii planted in much the same way, 12 seeds in the non-nutritious substrate and 11 in the nutritious substrate, so we shall see what happens. And here is one I grew last year. In fact, I have 7 of these in total. I'm very pleased with how this has been growing. It's got a nice lot of spines there. It's sort of gently getting bigger. Very, very satisfying cactus to grow. So even though I've succeeded last year, I bought some more seeds. I wanted to do it again because it's a lot of fun. So I will just leave that there. And here we have the seeds. They're under my artificial grow light. Bit of a homemade setup. It's probably not bright enough to make adult plants grow successfully, but it's perfectly fine for seedlings. And here are some that I did a few weeks ago. They're just starting to germinate, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get some good seedlings coming up this year. It's been a lot of fun doing it last year, although I've had some failures on the way, so I'm always learning. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Do subscribe to my channel. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have any comments or questions, please do post a message below this video. And happy cactusing, everyone. See you next time.